No, I'm not feeling this scarf. Okay. I don't know. Okay. We got business. We got business. Okay. You guys, another body was found at a tow truck yard. Okay. Now, let me give you the details going on here. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I just got out the tub. I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I can get much ready today. Okay. Less I'll have to do tomorrow. You know that kind of scenario. Okay. But check it out. They found a partially burned body in at the tow truck yard. It was in a, I think, was it in a Toyota? I gotta look it up. A Toyota, okay, wasn't a Tesla. Okay. What happened was they had the fire department or whoever, okay, the car was on fire. They put the fire out and they towed the car. They didn't check the car. Okay, right? The family traced the car to the tow truck yard. So I guess it had one of those tracers on there. Okay. So they traced the car to the tow truck yard and I guess they asked about it. So, okay, they investigated. The police looked and sure enough, there was a partially burned body in the vehicle, okay, with the middle finger, one of the fingers missing. Okay. I also want to update you that the one that was found in the Tesla, Celeste, okay, they found her head and her torso was in the bag, okay, wrapped in the plastic bag in the Tesla. That's why they said the body had been cut up. Okay, so now that's gonna leave it to you and I to be the sleuths, okay, about this other body. Okay, where's my glasses? Okay. So, oh, and by the way, this was not too far, so I guess you could say down the street from the other tow truck yard. Okay, clock that T. This is in LA. Okay, the other tow truck yard was not too far from the one with the Tesla. They say they don't know, they don't feel that the two cases are connected, but we don't know. Okay. Apparently, they have not identified the body that's in the vehicle. Hold on, what is this? What in the world? Oh, okay. Right. So they haven't found inside. Well, maybe they have. Wait. They're not giving that much information on the remains, okay? They said, okay, that's the Hollywood tow people. Yeah, they haven't released any information on the age or gender of the victim. Okay. Let me see. This was a. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find inside a. Keep getting vehicle. Now this tow truck yard was off a Gage off of the Gage Avenue. Excuse me. A Honda Civic. I said Toyota. A Civic. A Civic is a Honda. Yeah, a Honda Civic. Okay. And this was found the day after. Homegirl Celeste was found on a Monday. They found this body on a Tuesday. Okay. Let's keep that in there. Partially burned because the car was on fire. They put out the fire, but they didn't search the vehicle. Okay. That's why they're just now finding the body. Okay. Apparently, the vehicle had a tracker on it, and they traced the vehicle. They were able to trace the vehicle to that tow yard. So let me see. This was in Hollywood. Wait. Okay, confirmed. Police confirmed the discovery of another set of remains at a different tow yard. This is S&J Wilshire Tow. S&J Wilshire Tow in Chesterfield. Okay, so this is in South LA. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get any other information. See, I'm just now getting this information. Two bodies found inside two different cars. Okay, so, okay, that's what we got. That's what we got here, you guys, okay? Let me burn me some incense, okay? Because I'm just starting. I'm just getting the story. Okay, and we're going to do us some more true crime. Because if I don't, it's going to bug me. It's going to bug me, my intuition and what's going on. Okay. Get some true crime going. Get some true crime. And I'm going to get my gold cards. Okay. So we can find out what's here we go. Yeah, smudge these cards, okay? Yes. We'll neutralize the energy, say, so we can pick up on some other energy. We on to something new now, okay? Everybody's all over that other case with that David guy, okay? And boy, oh boy, he's in trouble. And not only is he going to be in trouble, but the parents, the girl's parents or her parent, her mother, is going to be in trouble too. It's going to it's going to probably tie into some type of human trafficking thing. This may be the same deal. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. Can you tell us about the remains that were found in S&J Tow Yard on Gage Avenue in South LA? In a Honda Civic? They have not identified, okay, well, no, they have not released anything else about the remains other than they were partially burned, okay? Were found in that Honda Civic at the S&J Tow Yard on a Tuesday. What do you want us to know? The energy's already out there, okay? It's already out there. What can you tell us? Anything? And thank you for your answers. We appreciate it. What can you tell us about this incident with the partially burned body in the Honda Civic in LA? Okay? What do you want us to know? Okay, so we're going to read on the energy. At the bottom of the deck is, okay, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. at the bottom of the deck, underneath it all, okay? It's an ungrounded male, unsuccessful businessman, corruption, extortion. So that tells us, okay, I don't know if this is talking about the individual, okay, or this incident, okay? We're going to have to pull cards on that, okay? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Bad news, earthly matters, okay? Now, this page is someone who's young, okay? And he's looking at the pinnacle. He is looking at the pinnacle. He is focused, okay? So he is focused on something, but I don't know what the something is, because pinnacles could be a lot of things, okay? But usually we'll say the bag, the money, okay? Death card, okay? So the death card right here and the page of pentacles in reverse, okay? Well, I guess new beginnings, because it's definitely a spiritual transformation. Child. The Knight of Cups. Okay. So, let's keep going, because I'm trying to figure out if this is a male. They won't tell us the gender, okay, of the body. Well, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have a female, okay, and the female and the male are facing each other. So she may have met her demise by somebody she knows. Someone, hold on, let me pull you over here because I had to slide this so we have more room. We're running out of space. Okay. Yeah, they're facing each other, and death is facing them. Okay. I'm wondering, was there more than one person? They said a body. The devil. The devil in reverse. The devil's in the details in reverse. This is some self-indulgence, some, not the devil and death. Oh, child. Okay, so, wow, that's deep. Okay, there's two people involved here. Okay, I don't know if there was two people in the vehicle. They just said a body. A body is one. They wouldn't say if it was male or female, okay? But we have the devil and we have death enclosing both of these, okay? So I'm taking it, and the devil's in reverse. So I'm taking it that this could have been drug related. Could have been. Yeah. And then we have this right here, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is coming after death, after the devil, excuse me, which usually means death. Okay. So that's what it's telling us. We have the Hangman in reverse. Okay. The Hangman in reverse is going over the death card. Okay. There was some discontent. Discontent. So there was some unhappiness. Okay. And it could have been, it's on the death card. Okay. So I see discontentment with the death. We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords on top of the Knight of Cups. So this is another gentleman coming into the picture. So we have a young male and an older male. Not an old. Well, he could be though. King. Mm. Okay, I take it these are two grown folks. These two right here. These are two grown folks. Okay, this is someone older. Okay, and ooh, reap what you sow. So this woman here, okay, she's got a reap what you sow card over there. We have the Knight of Swords facing this reap what you sow. Okay, so he's charging in quickly. And this is over the devil. Mm, mm, mm. He's going in. He's not going out. He's going in. Ooh-wee. Okay. And then we have the Six of Swords. Okay. So now we have transition here. Some transition. Somebody wants to leave. Somebody wants to leave, or they already left. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Now, this is somebody who's arrogant, restless, going over the Hangman in reverse. Hmm. You know what I see though? I see quite a lot of men around this one woman. I see one female here. And we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the King of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups, okay? And that's death, and that's the devil. Hmm. And we have the Page of Wands. I see all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. 5 guys. Oh, so she's got some history. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. Standing up for your beliefs. These are all men right here so far. 1, 2, 3 men right here in a row. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. There's a loss. There's a loss. And this is in alignment with the Queen. The Queen of Cups, we have a loss. We have the King of Cups. There we go with that man again. Masculine emotions. Someone who's mature. Ooh, we got quite a few people in here. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Somebody was pissed. Somebody was pissed. That's my somebody's pissed card. Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Feeling left out in the cold. This is also a card of loss. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. Someone is looking overseas, okay? This is another action card movement, okay? But it's in reverse. So either they are not movement, the movement has been stopped, or they're coming back from moving, from traveling, okay? Usually I take this as are going to be somebody's plans are going to be interrupted. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. So that's right there. Okay. That puts everything to a stop. Puts in everything to a stop. The action, nope, no more action. Okay. And then we have the Two of Cups. So there was an agreement, a partnership that broke up. Okay, there was a disagreement or partnership, okay, that it could be one or both. Okay, you know, the cards can be vague because we're just picking up energy. Okay, so we got to keep that in mind. Okay, some can read into the energy more than others. Okay, but I'm picking up that she just dead. She died right away. She was killed. Okay, and now we have all these people coming into play. So that lets me know that, and they're guys. She's the only female that came in. That one female. The rest are men. Okay, I don't know. Something is going on there. Okay, something is going on, and we are gonna do some true crime. Okay, I believe that there was more than one individual that had something to do with her demise. Okay, multiple individuals, and I would take it males, maybe some females, but I'm looking at all these males. There's only one female in there, and I think she's the one that was in the trunk. Okay, we got to keep up on this one. Woo, child! And I told you the finger was missing. So they couldn't tell. There may have been a tattoo on that finger, an identifying mark, and they took it, and that's why they took that finger. Can you clarify this read here? Okay, we have another cold case where there was a partially burned body that was found in the Honda Civic out there in South LA on Tuesday. Okay, this one was on Tuesday, partially burned in the Honda Civic at S&J Tow. Let me make sure I got that right. I don't know, for some reason it's something about S&J. Um, yeah, S&J Wilshire Tow. S&J Wilshire Tow on Gage Avenue in South LA. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What can you tell us about the body that was found, partially burned? Now, they didn't say anything about the body having an odor, okay? We're going to find that out later because, like I said, the body was partially burned, okay? So we don't know how long this person has been deceased because, like I said, the car was traced to that tow yard. It was traced there, okay? And I don't know if the family came out there or if they called, okay, right? And that's when the police got involved and they went out there, and sure enough, there was a body in the vehicle that was not searched prior to being left there. So, crime of passion. Okay. It was a female. I don't know. Okay. Everything is alleged. These are my interpretations. We read the cards, okay, for your entertainment purposes. They have not put out the sex of the individual or anything about the individual. They just put out a partially burned body. That's it. Okay. Crime of passion. It was a female. Trapped. Okay. Something about, I don't know if the female was feeling trapped. Okay. We have suicide. We have suicide. You know what? Now, remember, okay, I was telling you at the beginning here, this first row, and I have a male and a female, and I have the death card and the devil on each side of them. Not to mention, I have the four of swords. The four of swords along with the devil, that's dead, okay? I wonder if the guy may have committed suicide and has not been found yet. Maybe, I'm just, we have the landfill, okay? I got an attached understanding to this card, landfill. Okay, landfill. All I see is a bunch of garbage bags. Okay, spouse, partner. Ooh, missing. So I don't know if they were reported missing. They may have. Okay, I don't know. They're not saying. It's a homicide as well. Okay, we got homicide and suicide. What do they call that when they killed the partner and then killed themselves? I forget. So something about a gift, a package. There's a package. There's love. There will be justice. See the handcuffs? Okay. There will be justice, meaning that this will be solved. We have something about the desert. Okay. So this could also be somewhere in a field. I mean, I'm in Southern California, okay, and I'm not too far from LA. I'm only like an hour and a half from LA, okay. The thing about Southern California is when you get this desert word, okay, it's like the whole Southern California is desert, okay. So, hmm, dating and an affair, okay. Now, dating, affair, that means there's more than one travel. Okay. So there's some traveling involved in this situation. So I guess the police still are getting the details, okay? Because I don't know. They don't say where the car was picked up from. It was just in the tow yard, and they just discovered the remains. Okay, so where they picked the car up, okay, I don't know. We have something to do with water, so I don't know if that's in water, near water. Oh, there we go with the greed. Okay, there was greed, and there's a cover up. So I don't know, but lately there's been a lot of stuff going on, okay? And I wonder the greed and the cover up, okay? And it gives me the inclination of human trafficking, okay? Now when we see human trafficking, we think of kids, but no. Human trafficking, it don't matter what age, it don't even matter what sex. If they can make some money off of you, there we go, okay? And that may have something to do with these men, so many men being involved here. Okay. So this is something in the neighborhood. So whatever neighborhood that may be, they may be aware or suspicious of the going ons. Once they find out, they get their little the police got to get a story together, okay, before they release anything. They got to get a story, even if they don't tell you the whole story. They got to get a story before they tell you something, okay. They just putting that out there because maybe you have some information. We also get burial, okay. Something or someone was buried. We're getting a serial killer, okay. We're getting a serial killer, you guys. Somebody has done this before, okay. We're going to get legal proceedings. I also have the inclination that the handcuffs came up. Okay, let me show you. Here's the handcuffs right down here. Okay, but legal proceedings comes after I went through all these cards. So I'm thinking that they're gonna find someone. Someone's gonna get arrested. Okay, but the legal proceedings. Okay, is gonna come later on down the line, which means all this other stuff is investigation. Maybe when they link this person and all that, they may find somebody else. Here we go with the mind control. Okay, there's a lot of evil that's being going on, and I don't know if you realize this, but it's so much evil going on, okay, that it is leaking out into mainstream. People like you and me who's like, oh, and that would never happen in this neighborhood. Or, oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, it's so much evil, spiritual warfare going on, is spilling out into the streets, so to speak. Okay. Because we're getting a lot of this. Okay. And there's some more bodies. Okay. And some more vehicles. And we got a male. We got a male. And he looks suspicious. We got a male. Let's do a clarifier. Who is it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Who is it? Say, that's right. I got ammunition too. Can you clarify this card on who is it? Okay. this male card here. Can you give us clarification about this male? Who is it? Who is this male that comes up? And thank you for your answers. Who is this male that comes up? Can you give us clarification on this male figure that has come up in this reading? Okay, see what we can get. Dark skin. Short hair. White, gray hair. Piercings. I usually draw 3 cards, okay? But exaggerated features. This says medium skin tone, okay? So that's where I'm going to end it. This could be describing more than one person, okay? But the 3 top cards were dark skin with short hair, and it's gray, white hair, okay? So that's telling us that this is an older gentleman. It's a male. It's dark skin. I'm assuming he might be African American with short hair. Okay. Graying hair. Where's my box? So I don't get it mixed up. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's continue on with a few more draws on the true crime. Okay. All we know is the male is black with short hair, okay, and he has some graying in his hair, okay. We got the beach. We have a boat. And now they did say water. Didn't water come up? Marriage, wedding. Ooh. Money. Natural disaster. Celebrity. Running away. I got the feeling that my cards have tied in to a serial killer, trafficking ring. Allegedly. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because when I do the reading on stuff like this, I'm getting along those lines, even though it may not. And so what I'm sensing is, even though it may not come up as that, okay, behind the scenes, that's what it is. So there's a lot of human trafficking, adults, minors, okay, males, females, okay, that is going on right in plain sight. But you have to be in it to know what's going on, okay? You got to be in it to know what's going on. So something that just seems like a regular 2 guys talking could be 2 guys making a transaction transporting a female, okay, whatever. And the thing about it is, here's the thing about it. It's hard to kind of tell because the victim is going along with them. They ain't asking for no help. They don't look distressed. What can you say? So we're going to go in with, let me see. Oh, we want to spill the tea. We want to spill the tea, and we are going to go in with the light seer. Okay, we're going to go in with the light seer. This doesn't have any explanation, so I'm winging it. Okay, but we're going to go in with the light seer and see what can you tell us about the body that has been found in the Honda Civic at S&J Wilshire Tow on Gage Avenue and South LA. I want to say South Central. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? The body was partially burned. They're not telling us if it's male or female, okay? What do you want us to know about this body that was found in the Honda Civic on a Tuesday, partially burned? And the body was partially burned because the car was on fire and they put the fire out, okay? But they didn't check the vehicle. The vehicle was traced to S&J Wilshire Tow, and that's when the police were called and they found that a body indeed was in that vehicle. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay, so at the bottom of this reading, okay, is the Hierophant. Okay, so it's just an institution. At the bottom of this reading is an institution. And usually the Hierophant is related to government institutions, okay? But I'm wondering, is this like telling me more so of a crime ring organization? There we go. A crime organization. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, someone is walking away from, well, they want to walk away from what no longer serves them. And because it's the Eight of Cups, okay, I would say which no longer emotionally serves them. Okay, they want to walk away. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this right here is reap what you sow. It's in reverse, so it's not a good thing. That's a karma card. Reaping what you sow. So, yeah. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a balance. There's a balance or a decision / choice to be made. And we have the Four of Pentacles, okay, in reverse. So instead of holding on to something, somebody has letting go. A person, people, places, and things. They're letting go. Okay, so they want to go. They want to leave. They made a decision to leave. They're reaping what they sow, so maybe they wasn't getting what they wanted. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there's money involved. There's money. Usually it's a loss, but here it's in reverse. So there's some kind of gain. Okay. We have lovers. We have lovers on top of the Eight of Cups. The walking away I was telling you about from what no longer serves you. They wanted out of the relationship. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. The Page, somebody young. Somebody young. And he looks like it's about the money. Somebody young. Mm. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The wishes didn't come true. Wishes, okay, weren't coming true. Like I said, with the Two of Pentacles decisions, they decided to walk away. They weren't getting what either they expected or what they wanted or what was agreed to. We have the High Priestess, okay? And the High Priestess likes to keep secrets, okay? She is very intuitive. And her intuition told her to let go. We have the Ten of Swords, okay? Betrayal. She's got secrets she's holding on to, okay? But she wants to walk away. But she was betrayed, okay? Maybe she knew too much, which is usually what goes on. If you know what's going on and you decide, oh, I want to clean up my act, no, it don't work like that. You know too much. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Money. Right here that goes on the lovers. All these pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Didn't we have a Five of Pentacles? Yeah, Five of Pentacles. All is money. It's a bunch of money involved. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Maybe this person decided they wanted to go back to their family. Okay. I'm wondering who this person could be. The King of Pentacles. There he goes. That's King Money in reverse. He's corrupt. Okay. Now, when we did a clarification on that mail card, and it said dark skin, short hair, gray. And this is going on top of the High Priestess. We have the Three of Wands. Okay. So I believe that they probably were making plans to, like I said, leave. But they got betrayed right here with this Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. This sounds like somebody who was something like what you would say, led astray. Oh, we gonna get this bag. Oh, it's all about the money, and yeah, I'm down with you, just to find out that you're being used. Okay, you're being cheated out of the money. Okay, you're being cheated. You start to realize, okay, sad thing. Okay, what you thought was gonna be fair is not fair. It was to use you. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah, this person was feeling tied up. Okay, tied up. They wanted out. Okay, they wanted out. So not only that they wanted out, but they wanted out because they're starting to see. Okay, they're starting to understand what is really going on. hmm See, we have the Ace of Swords here. This is the sword of truth. Okay, so the blinders have been knocked off. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, right, the Nine of Wands right here in reverse. Okay, so you ready to fight, but nah. Okay, nah. You ready to fight for all this money? Okay, no, you, because now the Ace of Swords there, you're starting to see. Okay, and here's another moment of clarity with the Nine of Swords, which will keep you up at night, stressed out. Okay, now you're starting to see. I'm thinking the Nine of Swords is the Eight of Swords. No, the Nine of Swords, okay, keeping you up at night. This is in reverse. I read it wrong, folks. Okay, so those sleepless nights and the confusion, whatever you was going through, in reverse now is coming clear to you. You had plenty of time to think. Plenty of time to think. Let me show you. hmm And then we have the Two of Cups. Here we go. The Two of Cups. Those are partnerships, agreements, okay? That goes on the King of Pentacles in reverse. See? So he had made an agreement. Uh-huh. And here goes the High Priestess. She was holding on to the bag. She decided to let it go. Let go. F the money. F the money, okay? He's corrupt, okay? He's got this big old plan and he's so smart, but he's not using it for the good. And she sees that. Okay. This is what's flowing. Yeah. That was the agreement. Let's see what the next card is. Yep. We have justice in reverse. It was an injustice done. Okay. And injustice right here on the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Ten of Swords. There's the betrayal. There's the betrayal right there. She's making plans. She's looking elsewhere. Okay. Maybe back home. Maybe back home. Okay. But she was betrayed. She was done. She wasn't, yeah. Yep. Pretty cool story, but that's how it's spinning out. I could be wrong. Everything's alleged. Let's do another roll because I'm nosy. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Wands, okay. The Seven of Wands. That's like the chill card because it always gives me this person gives me chill. I think there's another one with the guy, but this is in reverse. Okay. Wands is action. So this is in reverse. So there's no action. That action that was going on has stopped. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. Wishes fulfilled is in reverse. See, just and it's just confirming what I was saying. Okay. This person was not happy what was going on, what they felt, okay, or they were told. They started to see that they were being taken advantage of. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. We have the Hangman, okay? They tried to hang in there, okay? They tried to hang in there, but they're seeing it, okay? I think they got their own perspective, okay? Yeah. With those sleepless nights in reverse, they started to get a clearer mind. Like I was telling you, we have the King of Cups. There he goes. There go that man I told you that be sitting there like he's chilling. Okay. However, okay, that goes right on in line with this King of Pentacles. I believe there's another gentleman in the picture. He's a younger gentleman. He might be the one with the agreement, but there's some relationship, some connection to the King of Pentacles, King Money. Okay. Here's another one, male figure with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Is there another male in here? Okay. I don't see another male in here. But we have this younger guy, okay? And he's right here on top of the Two of Cups with the agreements in. And we have the Six of Cups in reverse, okay? So it wasn't, the giving and taking wasn't reciprocated, okay? I believe. It wasn't a give-take relationship. It was just a take, or give, gimme, okay? But what I am coming up with this gentleman here is, and I see in the other spread how we had all these guys. I think what's going on, I could be wrong, but I think this older gentleman, King Money, is running things, okay? He's got the younger gentleman, lover boy, okay, making all these promises to these girls to get these girls to do what they want to do so that they can make money off of this girl. Meanwhile, they're going back to him with the money, okay? So he is not like out there in the picture, pimping, pimping on another level, okay? Because that's basically what this human trafficking is pimping. It's pimping. They just put a fancy name on it, okay? And probably because it with the kids and stuff, back in the days, they wasn't pimping kids. But it's basically you're pimping and pandering, okay? And you get time for that. You get time, especially being the older person, okay? So why not get somebody young and dumb, okay, and groom him to hook up with these girls, okay, and bring these girls in. Meanwhile, you get a kick down of the money, okay? You get a kick in, okay? But the girls, they're getting nothing. They're not getting any money. They're just getting empty promises, Okay, you may buy him things, okay, with some of your money, or he may even give you a what do you call it? Petty cash. That's not funny though. But a petty cash fund, okay, that is for the expenses. So you can wine and dine these little girls and get them, will them in. Okay, that's what I think is going on. So, with that said, we are going to spill the tea. Okay, now we still on the crime. I didn't. Okay, forgot about the crime. Now I'm all into the organization and stuff and what's going on. But I think, yeah, and these cases are related. Okay, they may not be related as they could be. I know you, you know me. Okay, maybe you don't know them. Okay, because they have multiple people and they're recruiting. They're recruiting. Okay, they're recruiting, and like I said, okay, the the dirt is coming out the wash. The dirt is coming out. It's spilling into Main Street because they running out of people that they can pimp and pander, okay? Or maybe they're just getting careless or lazy, okay? And they've been doing it so long, they didn't got comfortable with it. And that's what's getting them caught. That's what's getting them caught. They didn't got too comfortable with it. Okay. So can you give us some clarification on this spread here in regards to the body found in the a partially burned body was found in a Honda Civic. Okay. The car was towed to the S&J Wilshire Tow in South LA. The body has not, the identification has not been put out there in public. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if when I get off of here and I go look it up, that they will release the name, okay? But I think whoever called down there or whatever connection, they have to come down there and identify or, yeah, or however the remains is. Well, it's partially, so they probably can identify the person. I don't know. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. What do you want us to know about the partially burned body in the Honda Civic? What do you want us to know? Can you please help to clarify this spread here? And thank you for your answers. Everything here is alleged. This is a true crime. I'm going off my intuition, and the cards here, they really help me with my intuition and to explain what I'm feeling and what's going through my mind. They really help. They really do. Okay, so with that said, somebody's keeping up appearances. Okay. Acting like everything's fine. Okay. Pretending to be fine. Pretending to be fine. Keeping up appearances. Okay. But someone has tested your limits and have overstepped their boundaries. Okay. Somebody in the inner circle. Somebody from the inner circle no longer wants to be included in the inner circle. This is usually how it works. And the unmasking motives. Okay. So there's going to be some people, okay, which I feel there's multiple people involved, and their motives are going to be revealed. Okay. Yeah, drifting apart. And yeah, the drifting apart in the connection, in the love connection, especially when you get a clarity on what's really going on. Okay. Authentic vibes. Okay. Now this says you find someone who resonates with your authentic vibe. Okay. That's what they thought. Okay. But now the vibes they are getting, which are still authentic. Okay. Got you on the right track. In other words, your intuition. Yeah, that guy was a bad influence. Okay, that's him right here, the King of Cups. Told you, okay, Mr. Fly Guy, Prince Charming. Okay, a bad influence. Okay, because you had attachment issues. Keeping tabs. Someone is keeping a close eye on this whole situation. Okay, the path ahead is unknown. It's talking about the path in the relationship. Uh, the group dynamics. So maybe there was a shift, or they felt there was a shift. There we go with the love triangle. That's usually how it goes, right? Because they are recruiting multiple people. Okay. And these girls, maybe guys, are agreeing to be, oh yeah, I got this girl, but you the main chick, or whatever. Okay. Double cross. There I go with that Ten of Swords. Double crossed. Yep. So didn't I tell you they had a new perspective? Okay. They had a new perspective. They started seeing the situation for what it's worth. They started seeing the facts, the hidden truth. A facade of concern. They seeing through someone who's acting like they're being sincere and they're not. And the thing about it is, this is a whole group of people. This is a setup of people. Okay, this may be your clique right here, but this clique over here is involved in your clique. You may not know it. They just sitting around like they conversating, and they having a conversation all the time. All the while, they're actually keeping tabs on you. Catch that T. Okay, so it's like no matter where you run, okay, here they come because they keeping tabs on you. Okay, and you want to get to a safe place, which, like I said, was probably back home. A place where you can truly feel safe and be at peace. No place like home. Okay? And someone will speak the unfiltered truth. So somebody else is going through this too. But they're going to live to talk about it. They're going to live to talk about it. Okay? So it's like there's other people in this circle or these dynamics that want to say something but are afraid. Okay, but when the true police start getting involved, okay, and it starts getting into Main Street, it actually makes them feel a little safer. Okay, because they are living under the guise of secrecy. Respecting boundaries. You and others are growing together. Okay, so like I said, it's more people that feel the way that this girl feels. There was a release of expectations, okay, because she knew they were lies. She knew there was lies, okay. So what she thought she was expecting and she was supposed to get, she knew she wasn't getting it. She just put a protective shell on, okay, until she felt that she could get away, okay. And she's not the only one. There's quite a few of them in this little scenario here who are wearing a protective shell, keeping their true feelings and emotions hidden just so they can protect themselves. So that they can protect themselves. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. But I don't know. This is all alleged. Okay? This just took me it just gave me a vibe. Okay? Of this is what's going on. Okay? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? It's like I'm in somebody else's business. Okay? That's what the cards are saying, and this is what the cards was talking. They was talking, okay, and they had a story to tell. Definitely had a story to tell, and we need to know this kind of stuff. You need to know this kind of stuff about keeping secrets. And a lot of these parents, okay, need to teach their children, especially these adolescents, okay, because they're the main culprits. When they get into these stages, they need you know how they do the sex education, okay, or they used to, and they had sex education in school, okay. Well, they need to have that same education around this stuff right here, okay, because these girls are emotional. Hey, Lakeisha. These girls are very emotional, okay? And so are the guys. The feelings are very intensified in their strong feelings, okay? They are young, okay? These feelings lighten up as you get older, but they don't know that. They don't know that it's somebody to explain them and help them figure out or understand what is going on with them, their minds, and their bodies. They are going through a stage. We call it puberty, adolescence. I call it the rebellious stage, okay? But this is what goes on. Your bodies is establishing its independence, okay? So everything your parents do get on your nerves. You can't stand. They ain't did nothing to you. Ain't even said nothing. Soon as they walk in the door, you got your face is all crooked and wound up and everything, okay? And they like, what the hell's wrong with you? Okay, that is what is going on to separate, because you are going to be of age soon. That is the body's prepping you. It's effed up, I know. It's effed up. But when someone explains it to you like that, you have a better understanding. Okay. See what I'm saying? You have a better understanding if somebody explains this is what goes on. You hate your parents, you hate everything, and woo, 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 woo. So when they get like that, they are aware of what's going on and less likely to cut your throat. When you ain't looking, girl. Okay. So with that said, okay, I am going to end it right there. I told y'all I got to go to work tomorrow, okay? And I don't know, usually I don't come back after work. Well, I get off at 8, but I be tired standing up there for 4 hours, okay? Sheesh. I'm ready to sit down. And I be standing up there, see what, you be standing up there just like they think, oh, when you work at the Walmarts and the cashier standing up. Matter of fact, working at those jobs in sales, you're on your feet. When you get off and you get that card and you sit down, it's like your body lock up. Okay. It gets so comfortable and you've been waiting for this seat all for the last 8 hours. Okay. Because lunch and breaks don't count. You're already conditioned for that. But that home, okay, that leaving for work and sit down in the car, and then when you go to get out, you like, oh, okay, yeah, because your body done locked up, child. It was feeling good. You don't want to get up, okay? So with that said, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? I'll be doing more lives, and I'll be doing an update on this particular cold case. And I'm going to look when we get off here and see if they have any more updates, okay? And I'll let you know. Other than that, stay blessed. Bye. Bye, Lakeisha.